Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the Thursday, October 16th meeting of the Charlotte County Airport Authority. Remind you to all turn off your cell phones, and would you please join us if you'd like for the invocation. And Commissioner Thornberry.
All right, Heavenly Father, we are grateful for this opportunity to come together in service to our community and to work together toward the growth, safety, and success of our airport. Thank you for the commitment that each person brings, and may our efforts contribute to carrying out your will and direction. We pray for the safety and well-being for everyone here and all who use and operate our airport, and we just ask for your presence in Washington and our leaders to end this shutdown and not affect our airport operations and or our beloved air show. We ask these things into your glory in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Kelly. Roll call, please.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Leskovich?
Present.
Mr. Carr?
Present.
Mr. Hanzik?
Here.
Mr. Parrish?
Here.
Mr. Thornberry?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone in the audience or like to provide some citizen input on an agenda item, please come forward. Seeing no one wishing to speak on an agenda item, we'll move on. Any additions or deletions to the agenda, Mr. Parrish?
No, sir.
Okay. Moving on, agenda item number 7, employee recognition. Eric, good morning.
I'd like to recognize Tim Cameron for being here 5 years. He's a backbone of our fueling operations. Tim expertly manages, dispatches fuelers, oversees the fueling operations, and with precision and dedication. He brings a wealth of knowledge from his background of doing the same thing in St. Louis. Tim consistently delivers excellent, ensuring smooth and efficient operations. His commitment and skill have made him an invaluable asset to the team. Congratulations, Tim, on 5 years.
Got to get a picture with Kaylee, or from Kaylee.
Eric, did you say he was out of St. Louis?
Yes.
Who'd you work for out in St. Louis?
Allied Aviation.
Okay.
35 years.
Oh my God. Okay. Jim Wickman.
Morning, Board. Today we're proud to recognize...
Go ahead and identify. Not all the board members know who you are.
Oh, hey, I'm Brian Bond. I'm the Terminal Operations Supervisor, Tim Wickman. Today we're proud to recognize Tim for his 5 years of service. Over the past 5 years, Tim consistently demonstrated a strong commitment to our team's success. For more than 2 years, Tim has served as Terminal Operations Lead. Tim's hard work and positive attitude has made a lasting impact on both his colleagues and the organization. Tim, thank you for your contributions, teamwork, and the example you set every day. Congratulations on reaching this milestone, and we look forward to many more years.
In keeping with tradition, we're going to change Aaron's name to Tim. It'll be easier.
Good morning, Commissioners. Joshua DeArmond, Airside Operations Manager. First, I want to thank you for the opportunity to recognize some of our stellar employees that we have here. Today, I want to introduce you to Aaron Egan and congratulate him for completing his non-federal weather certification. The premise of the certification is that it allows Aaron and the rest of the Airside Operations staff to perform some air traffic control tower functions of, taking weather readings and disseminating that information to pilots as a backup for when our weather equipment fails. Aaron's been with us for about 3 months now, and he's quickly taken on a lot of responsibility. He was the first person in our department to go through a new certification process with this program, and Aaron did it in record time. So I want to thank Aaron for his contributions, and thank you.
When he says our weather system fails, we're talking about the National Weather Service's weather system that is on the airport.
That's a very important.
And it is very old, and it is not terribly consistent.
Okay, I have the next one, and according to our agenda, it says Mr. Parrish is celebrating. Now, I don't know if that's the right adjective or not, but well, that's very good.
There you go. We are celebrating.
Yeah.
Well, who
So,
brought the wine? Who brought the wine?
It's at the office.
I made some notes. James marks 20 years with PGD, coming from the ranks of engineering consultants after Hurricane Charlie. A professional engineer and a certified member of the American Association of Airport Executives. A private guy. A little about James. He's a graduate of the University of Florida. Served several years on active duty with the U.S. Navy Special Warfare Group. He is active on a number of community organizations and a recipient of numerous industry awards and recognition. Married and has one daughter. Mr. Parrish has led PGD from a sleepy local airport to a small hub commercial airport, supporting airlines handling 2 million total annual passengers, general aviation, and the business community. Over the last 10 years, he has overseen $226 million in capital improvements, its funding, and PDD's financial stability. On behalf of the Airport Authority, thank you for your 20 years of service. And ask the board members after the meeting, let's all go down there and we'll take a group picture. So 40 years from now, he'll remember who we were.
40 years from now, I'm not going to remember it.
Thank you, Jason.
I honestly never thought I would be here 20 years, so thank you for keeping me around.
Well, you weren't alone.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay, consent agenda.
I'll move to approve as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as detailed. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Secretary Treasurer's report. Commissioner Leskovich, you gonna-
I'll go ahead and defer to Mr. Parrish here.
Thank you. Go over the financial review. It was as we get towards the August, September, things tend to slow down around the airport, and the budget also slows down, and we were right where we thought we would be. Expenses a little bit over budget, but revenue a little bit over budget as well. And year to date, again, the expenses are under budget for the year, and revenue slightly over budget for the year. So it's almost, well, year end, and we did pretty well. And the new budget is passed, so we're in the new budget year now, and we got everything going with our new software. So Chad and his team are doing a great job of keeping everything going. We're starting the audit with a new audit firm that you guys selected, so we'll see how we get through that. Accounts receivables, things are going pretty good. Very few over 30. I think most everybody had paid on the one I just saw as of today, and we're working with Allegiant. It's not that they don't pay, it's that the departments that pay think the bill should go to the other department, and it's just a constant hassle for us. We're going to fix that with their new contract. So, and hopefully we'll see that in December. And the balance sheet, any questions on that? I can try and answer it or toss it over to Chad. If not. You guys have all the other check registers, PFC balances, and all the other reports. So if you have any questions ever before the meetings, you can give me a call, give Chad a call, and we can always answer them. But things are looking pretty good, and we appreciate your support.
Okay. Moving on, agenda item 10, liaison reports. I'll start off in relationship to City Council, recognizing council person, I guess we should say, Paul, she's here, liaison with Punta Gorda City Council. Of course, they have a big election coming up in November. Moving on, County Commissioners. Sean's not here. I haven't picked up anything that would affect us. MPO.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We had our meeting last week. We approved the final version of the long-range transportation plan. That's something we've been talking about and presenting since I've been on the board. So we're glad to see that finalized. Saw a presentation on the Florida Trail System. That was interesting, and some of the proposed routes that it would take through Charlotte County and surrounding counties. There was a robust discussion regarding, you may have seen in the paper, of stacking in front of elementary schools and middle schools, and in particular Deep Creek Elementary School, where apparently there was a death from an ambulance that was not able to get through. So we're discussing short-term and long-term solutions for that. Economic development, there was, most of you, I think, James attended regarding the sales tax luncheon, and that was very informative. And of course, that initiative is picking up steam and will continue to pick up steam as we get closer to referendum. And other than that, that's pretty much all I have to mention, unless there's any questions.
The MPO doesn't take a political position on the tax issues, do they? They just,
No.
I didn't think they did.
And the MPO.
The sales tax was Economic Development Partnership. That's the other half of my
yeah.
liaison duties.
MPO is going to speak next month.
That's the plan. He was
Currently
supposed to
scheduled.
do this month, he had to cancel, but the plan is for next month for Lax to come in.
And just give us an update on the long-range plan.
Right, yeah, he had to travel out of the country unexpectedly, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Commissioner Leskovich.
I have nothing remarkable from the school board.
Yeah, interesting comment.
Ms. Copeland?
Oh, who did I skip?
Yeah, I have
Oh,
Nothing?
nothing? Okay, now the community. Well, I guess you're up next.
Thank you.
Mr.
It's
Carr.
a pleasure to be here again. As everything's really quiet, I was a little worried because it's a lull before the storm, but we were dealing with a lot of tenant issues with Chad and Wendy. Wendy should be congratulated. She does an excellent job. She just is dead on these people to make sure that they comply with everything in those leases. And when she doesn't, she gets me involved. So Wendy does a great job for you, and you should appreciate her in doing that. Obviously, Chad is her supervisor, but he does a wonderful job. All the chiefs are happy. The big chief is happy, and there's no litigation or threats of litigation. So all is well in the legal world.
Thank you. CEO's report. We'll start off with the development update. Mr. White.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Commissioners. Development update. Anytime you have any questions, feel free to stop me, ask. Our Air Center apron expansion is currently out to bid. We're expecting those bids by the end of the month and start after the first of the year. Golf Course Challenger Boulevard Road Extension, currently working with DOT and FAA for funding, receiving more. Met with the FAA, spoke a little bit about it. We put in a pre-application for that, so we will wait to see how that goes. Our master drainage plan, we are finalizing. Our new FBO hanger that was approved, see that starting around the first of the year. We're currently finalizing permitting with the county and working with the contractor on getting that going. The perimeter road south, which is on the south end of the airport, that's going to start after the air show. A lot of these projects we had to put on halt or demobilize from site because the air show was coming. We didn't want work going on during the air show. So we're scheduling everything to start immediately after. So the week after, it's going to be a busy week for us here, starting projects back. Our new ARF truck, spoke with them last week. That's scheduled to be delivered the first of the year. We finalized the decals on the truck and all that's moving forward. Our inline baggage system, we're really getting towards the end of this project. There's a lot going on out there. I know after last meeting, we walked out there and did a little tour. We're currently testing bags right now. It's very busy, working out all the kinks in the system. We're working with TSA, the contractors. Our ISAT, which is the big testing date, is scheduled for the first week of December. If all that goes as planned and goes well, we could go live before the end of the year, which is the ultimate goal. That'll be right in time during our busy season, and it'll really be a need for that, to keep that project progressing. M&O, our new wall is complete, painted, that's done, we're finalizing closeout. The CTC aviation facility, we're getting towards the end of that project. The site work is being completed this week. I think paving is scheduled today and tomorrow. The roof is dried in. We're waiting on windows on that project. There was a big delay in windows. Those are supposed to be in the middle of November. We got everything worked out with FPL, have power to the building. The one thing on that project, we're waiting on the water meter with the city. We have paid for it going on about a month ago. I spoke with the utilities department. They're waiting for purchasing to send them a work order. I've been told from the utilities department that it's 16 weeks once they receive the work order. Well, if we're trying to be in the building January, February, we may need to look into that a little further. So I'm working with the utilities department now to see if we can expedite that 16-week lead time.
Well, that doesn't even start until you receive the work order?
Until they get the work order.
Until they get the
Until
work
they
order,
receive the work order.
which we've paid for 3-4 weeks ago. I can get exact dates on
So is that like basically from one department to another?
Correct. Correct. And I just spoke with them on Monday as well on that. And they say they're waiting on the work order. So. Building 611, we're finishing, fixing those doors. That is going well. North side, everything is in the final closeout with that project as far as the grant funding for that portion. The as-bills have been done and turned over to the city. I think that's going to be on the next city council meeting for approval to accept that utility. We're turning that over to them, work with the utilities department. They have everything they need from us. Our taxiway C reconstruction, we are on hold on that right now. We're sodding today. We put a stop on that for the air show. The next phase of that goes into taxiway alpha, and there'll be a 422 closure for 21 days. So we're scheduling that to start after the air show, along with the taxiway alpha reconstruction project. That'll start immediately following the air show as well. Our building 97 replacement, which is the air truck building, that building is completely demolished now. It is just a dirt site. We're waiting on the permitting with the county before we start site. Scheduled to start 1st of November. We'll start with footings, and the building is scheduled to be delivered sometime first of the year. So a lot going on. If anyone ever would like any tours or anything, I'll be happy to give them to you. The last big one we have is the terminal expansion project. We are right in the heart of getting that going. A lot of apron work on the expansion. We got our passenger tunnels, our temporary tunnels. All those are set and being completed right now. We're scheduled to open the first set of tunnels tomorrow. We're calling them the PGD passenger boarding tunnels. It's a long tunnel, but you never know you're inside a Connex box per se. It's drywalled, it's finished, full fire protection and all, air conditioned. So that will help with that. The gate relocations have been done. They're finalizing, putting the finished touches on that. But a lot is changing inside the terminal right now. We're starting to pick up speed on the apron expansion. Currently, we have 3 spots closed. Come November 4th, all 12 spots will be reopened for season. So we're looking forward to getting that done. A lot of coordination with staff, with team here. It's really taken all of our staff, land side, air side, maintenance. Everyone's putting in a lot of time, making sure everything goes smoothly. And just thank staff enough here for keep that project going.
On top of everything they're doing, the federal government decided to revamp the DBE process. And so we are now still required to get 12, 13% DBE participation, but there are no certified DBEs. Everybody who was certified has to get recertified. They haven't even set a process for recertification yet. So all of our bids that are out, we had to send notices that there's 0 DBE requirements because there are 0 DBEs. And so it's, you know, if everything went smooth, which it is, the federal government throws a wrench into it, and now they're shut down, so we can't even ask them questions.
We did meet with the FAA the other day. James and I had a meeting with them, our monthly meeting. It went well. They were still working. I don't know if they're getting paid or not. But we submitted our pre-applications for our grant funding projects for next year. Those are currently under review. But they're still there, but I don't.
So the airport district office is still working because they're funded through the trust fund, and the tower, obviously, tower people are working without pay. TSA is working without pay. Ours are contractors, so they're getting paid through their contractor, but their contractor's not getting paid. So we're doing okay here with the shutdown. I will tell you, it is starting to snowball. The effects of we're not getting any airspace is not being looked at right now. So the air show, we don't have an airspace determination for the air show. We submitted that 30 days ago. It should have been approved in 30 days. So we're hoping that that can get approved. They're not accepting new airspaces, so any new projects can't move forward, even though we still have grant requirements that the projects move forward. So there's just a lot of coordination going on with the shutdown. I'm attending phone calls 3 times a week with ACI and AAAE, and there does not seem to be any end in sight. And as you've probably read in the paper, the air show may be affected by it because the Blue Angels having to cancel. So we hope that doesn't happen. We hope there's a resolution soon, but I would be prepared for it not resolving.
So the projects that we have in motion now that are grant funded, I mean, is funding basically stopped for now, or I mean, are you still? I know you mentioned they're partially open, or
so. That's a good question. The Airports District Office, who we submit our grant reimbursements to, is open. Are the departments underneath them that actually do the funding going to do that? We don't know, and you know, so with this, we're only 2 weeks into it. We'll probably start hearing in the next week whether airports are getting their reimbursements. I doubt it. I think we'll have to fund projects through the next.
Well, that was my next question.
Shutdown.
Are we going to be basically?
Yes.
Well, I mean, we're not going
We
to
always
come to a screeching halt on things.
No. We have to pay it and then get reimbursed, so we may be a month out of reimbursements at the end.
None of the projects are being held up because the FAA inspectors aren't coming to look.
No, sir. All of our projects that are currently under construction and we're currently starting that have already been approved for funding, those are moving forward as planned. Where I could possibly see a delay is in projects for fiscal year 26. Once we get into there, like I said, all of our pre-applications have been submitted, but moving forward and getting those approved until they get this situated, I could see those being affected. But everything we have now is good.
Okay, so none of the physical inspections required by the FAA are holding us up?
No, sir.
We're
No.
just gonna, well, you can move a little quicker, if you know what I'm saying.
Just the airspace, like I said.
Just out of curiosity, where are we on the demo of the old maintenance and operation building?
It's gone.
It's done?
Yeah.
So that building is currently demoed. They're gonna start cleaning up the site a little bit in preparation to move the rental car maintenance company there temporarily while we demo the old rental car building. So if you drive by there, you'll see that. And you'll also see the pond site. We almost have that about filled in, so that's going well.
A lot of folks are asking what's going to happen with that site.
So that'll, if you look at the master plan, there's a large hangar and another facility planned on that area. We have a couple of interested parties, and we'll just continue marketing it. I think ultimately it'll be a big aviation use.
I would point out on that too, that on the master plan, there's a lot of concern from EAA that something might happen with that building. That building remains on the master plan and has a separate road going to it with a
Right.
parking lot, so.
Okay, thank you. All
All
right.
right, Ms. Miller.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. Despite all the government shutdown questions, we continue to have positive communications to our stakeholders in terms of news and social media and paid advertising, just educating our community about what flights are available. Just want to mention the new flight to New Orleans is starting November 21st, and very exciting. Atlantic City, New Jersey, starts February 13th, and Chattanooga has started up again this October. So we want to remind our folks about those cool opportunities to get out and experience other destinations. Sun Country is going to be returning in December, so we also want to remind folks that friends and family from Minneapolis can come here to PGD via Sun Country, so that's exciting. In terms of our Fly PGD Media Solutions, which we presented a couple months ago, update on that, or last month. Things continue to go well. We have really great opportunities for advertisers in the rental car center that is really affordable. And we're working with the representative from Lamar to transfer all her existing clients in the Bailey terminal over to the airport authority starting in 2026. So that's exciting. And we also have a new welcome center in the Bailey terminal bag claim. And what that means is it's a beautiful cabinetry system that we got set up to have brochures and magazines from our paid advertisers and partners. And there's a beautiful screen that was just installed yesterday that is above that we partnered with our tourism bureau, Punta Gorda Angle Beach VCB, to display some beautiful welcome video so that as people arrive and pick up some brochures, they'll see some beautiful imagery of the community and what we have to offer here. So that's a great partnership. And next month I'll have some photos and stuff, so you'll be able to see more about that.
Wow.
Any questions? All right, well, I'll keep you all updated, and thank you for following us on social media and liking and sharing all those things as well. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sounds good.
All right, Mr. LaRoche.
Good morning, Commissioners. September again, keeping with the trend of increasing operations through Mr. Parrish's 20th anniversary year. We were up about 300 operations over September of last year, and all around, again, that's mostly GA traffic increasing here at the airport. We did have another record-breaking month for passengers as well in the terminal. We were up about 6.5%, keeping us at about 19% year-over-year increase from last year. Avgas gallons sold off the truck, again, another record there, plus about 4,000 gallons. Again, that's mostly due to Paragon Flight School taking their fuel off of the truck at the Air Center. Self-serve stayed about flat, a little bit of a decrease, 155 gallons, but we expect to see that remain right around 12,000 gallons every month. Jet A gallons sold did increase again, 2 months in a row now, up 500 gallons on that over previous September. And then the airline gallons pumped with our operations increasing there. We were up about 62,000 gallons on the airline side. I would like to mention that we rescheduled next Monday's tenant talks to be Thursday, same time and same place. I'm going to be out of town on Monday, so I wanted to be there for this one. So it'll be Thursday at the Air Center at 10 o'clock.
Thank you. Just, there were some questions brought to me about a NOTAM that we had out asking for pre-approval for weather modification aircraft. We took that down, us, Palm Beach, Daytona, and a few other airports had put up NOTAMs at the request of the DOT. We took it down before the FAA got involved, and the FAA yelled at Palm Beach and Daytona. But this came about because there is a new law that went into effect. It is codified into Florida State Statute 403.411. It was Senate Bill 56 last year, and it prohibits weather, temperature, and climate modification through aircraft and ground-based. But it requires the airports to report on it. Now, I don't know what weather modification aircraft look like. They won't tell us what weather modification aircraft look like. They tell us to Google it. If you Google it, it shows 4 planes flying in formation at an air show. So it is I'm not going to say.
You could say it.
It is very difficult for us to perform this task when we're not even told what the task is. We're noting that there has been no weather modification aircraft at the airport that we know of. We're requiring the air show performers, because the equipment that are on them look a lot like what I've seen as weather modification equipment. So we're requiring them to sign a notice that they're not. And we're noting it on our next chart update that any weather modification at the airport has to be noted to us prior to it happening, so that we can then tell the DOT, so that then they can tell the Department of Justice. It is a third-class felony, punishable by 5 years and a $100,000 fine.
Whoa.
To do weather modification in Florida. So that's why we did it, if you heard about it. We're just trying to abide by a new Florida law that we're not getting a lot of support on what we're supposed to do from the department that is putting it on us. And if we don't do it, we lose our grants. So that's the stick.
Holy smokes.
And this was a state law.
State law that probably violates federal law.
Yeah.
So
Who instigated this law?
the governor,
Our
yes. It came from his office, and that's all I'm going to say.
Well, we might have to assume that there was some kind of
problem.
initiative or something that could have been on the horizon that someone was trying to get ahead of. To me, it seems like there's a lot bigger fish to fry, but obviously nothing always makes sense when it comes to Tallahassee or beyond. So, as a person that's involved in Tallahassee, I can probably say that.
Yeah, basically, cloud seeding, yes.
Yes.
That's the simple way to explain it, yeah.
Is that a problem in the Midwest where they're always worried about water because of the drought?
I don't know. The website to report any is Florida Chemtrails, stopchemtrails.com. So that big sign on the side of 17 near the turn to Riverside that says, chemtrails, that's all part of that group.
How do you spell it? It's K-C?
C.
I don't know any other weather modification that's
I mean, you've heard people propose things like flying the B-52 through in front of a hurricane or something and dumping chemicals to try to break it up. And, those are things that have been talked about. I always thought way in theory, but I didn't know it was serious enough to legislate, but again,
If you'd like to hear my opinion, not at a public meeting, I'll let you know.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, moving on. Any old business?
No old business from me.
Okay. Next, item 14, wish to report on our CEO's annual review. Again, congratulations on making 20. Each of the commissioners were provided an evaluation package from our HR department, each making an individual evaluation of our Mr. Parrish's performance over the last year. Each independently, and then it was collated by our HR department, and it turns out that he had a rating of 4.7 out of 5, which is the equivalent of an excellent performance rating. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can move on to year 21 now.
I can go to 21. I appreciate it.
Okay.
The next item is the North Side project. We're turning everything over. That road, it will be a public road, and we need to name it for basically 911 purposes. We've looked at keeping our tradition of naming things after aircraft or space shuttles, as Challenger is, and thought we would bring up Curtis and Warhawk. I will mention both of these have been approved by the county. The county would like us not to confuse. There is another Curtis Terrace, so we would have to be a Curtis Avenue, Curtis Boulevard, Curtis Lane. Warhawk, there is no other, so.
Warhawk?
Warhawk, so the
Oh, I like that.
Weather Modification Boulevard.
Weather Modification Boulevard. Cloud Seeding Way. So the
Look at the size of that sign.
The Warhawk was the first plane that flew at the Punta Gorda Airport.
Oh, I like that.
Curtis is the manufacturer of that plane and also the name of our mascot.
I'll move for Warhawk.
Me too.
I'll
Did you say
second that.
Warhawk or Warhog?
Warhawk.
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 Warhawk. Well,
Do we need to come up with the avenue or way or boulevard or
I
anything, or?
think the county does that, depending on whether it
We-
goes north
we
or
do?
south or east.
Warhawk stands
county
for
does.
itself.
Yeah, depending on whether it goes north or south or east or west, I think. Well, do we have the motion? We have a motion
And I'll second the motion.
first and second to name the new street Warhawk.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously.
I like
Okay.
these kind of decisions. These are easy and fun.
Yeah, sorry, there was not a lot of meat on this agenda. You know, we just finished the budget cycle, and we had a lot of meetings, and a lot of things got approved, so.
I want to bring up one item. All the commissioners, you received a proposed calendar for next year's meeting. Any additions or changes?
No. So you guys voted on that in the consent agenda?
Right.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
I guess I didn't read the consent agenda. Well, I guess we approved that. All right. Any public comments on anything you wish to address the Charlotte County Airport Authority on? Anything? Councilwoman. She's going to take care of the water meter problem, right?
Exactly, that's why I'm up here. Janine Polk, for the record. So I do want you all to know too, and because you're doing your budget, we have increased water rates, and it's quite a bit. We had a study done, and we're in an emergency situation where our water supply system and wastewater systems are not going to make it through the next 10 to 15 years. So we are faced with $172 million that we have to spend on updating our RO system, our wastewater system, and our water treatment plants. So just so you all know that, the rates will have increased as of October 1st. And I would like to speak with you after this, and we we can square that away. We can take care of that. Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
how easy that was? Great.
Government
Yeah, there you go. Okay, not seeing anyone else to come forward, I'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting.
Oh,
commissioner comments,
yeah.
open discussion.
That's okay.
You want to say anything?
I don't have anything.